Believe it or not, not every celebrity wants to be a celebrity. A lot of them love their job and have passion for their craft and the work that they do, but would love to be out of that Hollywood spotlight. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard, and today on Beyond the Screen, we are doing a part 2 list of celebrities who hate Hollywood. Alright guys, before we continue with this video, I have very exciting news. If you wanna hang out with just me, you can find me on my very own channel called Sassy. It is launching February 19th, and I am so excited. Here's a little sneak peek at what you guys can expect. Oh, is he okay? This is Sassy. I am Sassy. What are you talking about? A little bit of classy. If that doesn't scream food poisoning, I don't know what does. A whole lot of sassy. She's like literally the repellent for men. I will always be 100% real, but I don't blame him. We're all a little crazy sometimes. Kicking off our countdown at number 10 is Jennifer Lawrence. If you followed her career at all, then you would already know that she's always been very open about her hate towards the Hollywood lifestyle, you know, all the glitz and the glam. She has made it very clear that she has a passion for acting, but being in the spotlight and getting the fame that comes with it has never been something that she likes. During an interview with Vogue, she said, "I am not okay with being famous. It's as simple as that. I am just a normal girl and a normal human being." The actress has admitted that when her career first took off, she had a very hard time adjusting to the Hollywood life and said that it took her a long time to accept that that would be her new normal. To this day, she still says that she does not find peace with it and stands firm on the fact that she is just a regular person like the rest of us. It might be why she took a break from acting for a little while and got married very quietly. She just wanted to feel normal for a little while. Up next, number 9, we have Daniel Radcliffe. He went through the most fame a child can experience when he took on the iconic role of Harry Potter. You would think that he would be everywhere in the media and that paparazzi would be all over him, but that's never really been the case when you actually think about it. For someone with his amount of success, he has always kept a very low profile and has kept his personal life very private. So why? Because he is not a fan of Hollywood and does not want any part of it, like literally. He doesn't have social media and he never has. In 2013, he spoke with Sky News and explained that if he had social media, then no one would take him seriously when he requested to have a private life. He also noted that he does not attend events or premieres and tries to avoid the Hollywood spotlight as much as he can. But when it comes to his work, he says that he loves his job and that is what he sees it as, a job. That's it. Sliding into number 8, we have Megan Fox. She pretty much got instant fame once her career took off, and people became obsessed with her looks, often sexualizing her and booking her for those types of roles. But with that kind of fame and spotlight also came a lot of criticism, and she revealed she's never liked being famous or everything that came with it. During an interview with Esquire back in 2013, she said, "What people don't realize is that fame, whatever your worst experience in high school when you were being bullied by those 10 kids in high school, fame is that, but on a global scale, where you are being bullied by millions of people constantly." In 2019, more recently, she opened up about it more and said that fame has actually given her a handful of mental breakdowns and that there were times when she didn't even want to leave the house. Like, she wanted nothing to do with it. She said she lived in fear and sometimes wouldn't want to leave the house because she thought that people would yell at her, spit on her, or physically attack her. Yeah, that's a lot. In spot number 7, we have Brad Pitt. If anyone hates having their private life on blast, it's probably him, seeing as he was caught cheating and then had to have the entire world know about it. So yeah, I don't blame him for not enjoying the Hollywood spotlight. He has been open during interviews about feelings towards his fame and his position in Hollywood. While of course he loves acting and is grateful for the opportunities, he does admit that being a celebrity is not as great as everyone thinks it is. During an interview, he said, "It's everything we didn't sign up for. There's this whole other entity that you get sucked into. You have to go and sell your wares. Somehow you're not supporting your film if you don't get out on a show and talk about your personal life. It has nothing to do with why I do this." I'm sure there are a lot of celebrities who actually agree with him and would love to just film their movie and then like that's it. Not all the media and press that goes into it. But Guess you wouldn't really be booked for those roles if you don't do that. Moving on to number 6, we have Shailene Woodley. She started acting very young, booking a role as Marissa Cooper's younger sister on the iconic TV series The OC. It would have been every kid's dream during that time to book a role on that show. Like mine. But as her career grew and she exploded into the spotlight, she didn't like all the things that came with being a Hollywood actor. Back in 2019, she went into detail about her fame and how it made her feel and how much she did not like it. She said, "The fame word was hard for me because it felt like there was a separation between me and everybody else. I don't have to agree with the definition, but I should acknowledge that it is my reality of my life." She explained that she never agreed with actually being called a celebrity or famous because she never personally saw herself that way. She said that she was visiting Indonesia one time and saw that people were pointing their cameras at her instead of the show that they were attending. She hated it basically and said that's what made her realize how much she hated it. Halfway through our list, at number 5 is Zach Galifianakis. He is just another actor on this list who loves acting but hates the fame. I feel like that is very common for a lot of celebrities. Being an actor is a dream come true for him and he is very passionate about what he does, but he sees acting as a job and that is it. When it comes to being a celebrity, well, I will let you know what he thinks about it. During an interview, he said, "Being a celebrity is dumb. I'm not interested in it. I like to be an actor and that's it. I'm just being honest. I would rather do my work and go home and watch Lifetime or something." Honestly, he sounds like a mood. Some people actually dream of having a life like his, being a celebrity and all that, and then he just sits there and dreams of just going to work and then coming home and watching Netflix or Lifetime. Look at that. In the number 4 spot is Shia LaBeouf. We can never forget the time that he showed up to a movie premiere with a paper bag on his head that said, "I am not famous anymore." If you somehow missed it, he showed up to the Berlin Film Festival with the bag on his head and walked the red carpet like that. It was his way of telling the media that he does not want the fame and that he did not want his picture taken anymore. The paper bag stunt actually came after he tweeted out a bunch of erratic tweets where he announced that he was retiring from public life. One of the tweets specifically went down in history when he tweeted that he was quitting being a celebrity. I'm not sure that is how it works, but he was upset about the heat that he was getting from people, and he just seemed to be very fed up with the spotlight. One of the tweets read, "In the light of the recent attacks against my artistic integrity, I am retiring from all public life." However, he is still very much a celebrity. In our 3rd spot is Emma Stone. She's always stayed out of the Hollywood gossip and doesn't find herself in scandals very often. And that might be because she doesn't like the Hollywood lifestyle and has struggled adjusting to it. She has been very open and honest about her struggles with anxiety and panic attacks since childhood and said that breaking out into this huge spotlight brought all of that back for her. During an interview in 2017, she told The Hollywood Reporter, "Before any interview, I have to sit with myself for 5 minutes and breathe and get centered because I get so nervous." You can imagine just how difficult it is for her, when the paparazzi swarms her and just throws questions her way. She actually found some ways to deal with that though, and started holding signs over her face when paparazzi would find her on the streets. In the past, she and her then boyfriend, Andrew Garfield, would write a message about charities and then hold it over their face when the paparazzi would take their photos. Rolling into our number 2 spot is Harrison Ford. He has played some of the most iconic characters of all time, but he hates the amount of fame that comes with that. He has no problem being very blunt about his feelings towards the Hollywood limelight and is the first one to admit that he does not like it. When talking about it in 2010, he said, "There's nothing good about being famous. You'll always think, if I'm successful, then I'll have opportunities. You never figure the cost of fame will be a total loss of privacy. What a burden that is for anybody. It was unanticipated and I've never enjoyed it." A decade later, he actually talked about it again more recently in 2020 and said he just wants to be an actor, that is it. He summed it up and made it very simple and said, "I didn't want to become an actor to become rich and famous. I wanted to become an actor because I wanted to do that job." I think we learned that for everyone on this list today. In the number 1 spot is Johnny Depp. We can imagine that he probably hates the spotlight more than ever right now. But if you have followed his career, then you would know that he's always hated the level of fame that he has. Like the other celebrities on our list, he loves his work, but not the celebrity aspect that comes with it. He actually compared the celebrity lifestyle to being a fugitive. He talked to Today's Magazine and said, if I want to take my kids to the mall or walk through Disneyland or just walk the streets even, that is out of the question. It just doesn't exist anymore. And then you start to realize that for the past 10 to 15 years, you have been going into restaurants through the back door, scurrying along greasy floors, trying to get to some private room. It is not unlike living like a fugitive. And with everything he has going on right now with his lawsuit, he probably feels more like a prisoner than ever, with his entire career being totally at risk and then being in front of the entire world. All right, guys, that is our part 2 list. I'm gonna end this video with some comments from celebrities who immediately regretted their marriages, part 2. Blackman JRPG says, a question, am I seeing 2 shades of Joss or is it the lighting? It is the lighting. We are filming from home, and sometimes because I'm in front of a window with lights, the sun and the lights just kind of blend, or if the sun goes behind a cloud, yeah, bear with us. Shyla Rose 581 says, Saint Tropez is pronounced San Trope. Yeah, I think I said Saint Tropez, but everyone says Trope. Oops. Tom Wood says, marriage, the number 1 cause of divorce. That should be a slogan for a brand. Kate Wallace 0307 says, Joss, want to go on vacation with me? LOL. Always. Get me out of this lockdown, please. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'm getting out of here. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss another video. I was your host, Joss. I will see you next time. Bye. Stay safe.